Hi, I'm Randy Miller. I love games. I've always loved games. I'm also the writer, director, producer of a movie called Bottle Shock. It was really successful, went to Sundance, plays all over the world. You can see it on Amazon or wherever you see your movies. About a year ago, Jody Savin, my wife, the other producer and writer of Bottle Shock, met an uber-talented game designer, and we decided to partner with him to create Bottle Shock, the game.
Hi, I'm Flint Dilley. Like all the best games, you get to be something you aren't really. You get to be the wine expert, be an honest one. You can be a con artist. A total social, personal gaming experience that really is a party in a box. Yeah, it's perfect. It's sort of stealth education. You'll get done playing this being competent to talk about wine. You never learn better than when you're playing a game. But what's fun about the Bottle Shock game in real life brings some of the fantasy from different projects I've done into it. I've done James Bond and Mission Impossible games. You're in the elegant James Bond world, Uncharted, where you're in this company of a bunch of rogues. Bringing all of that layer of fantasy, in this case, the 70s world of Bottle Shock. I never played a game that was A, more fun to play test, and B, everybody would do it because you get to drink wine and sample it in the process. People want to know more about wine, but it's tedious and embarrassing to ask. They want to test out their knowledge. People get knowledge when they have to know it.
Here's how Bottle Shock the game works. The host decides whether it's a white wine night or a red wine night. 4 bottles of wine are opened. They're all put in blind bottle bags. Everybody sits down at the table. They select a character. Now there's 16 characters and there's 8 people playing the game, so you can see how it can vary each time you play the game. Characters have different agendas, different hidden identities. They own a winery, or they're a field hand, or someone with a checkered past. Then you select a setup card. A setup card tells you whether you're an honest judge or a rigged judge. Also, there's some key words laced in there, so you can tip off your co-conspirators. In this way, it's similar to Mafia or Balderdash. At the beginning of round 1, a Do You Know card is selected. A Do You Know card is sort of a trivia card with 4 plausible answers. Now, the answers are all pretty close, and they could all be true. They're all wine-related questions, and some are related to Bottle Shock, of course. Everyone writes the answer they think is correct. It gets decided who got them right, who didn't get it right. You get points if you get it right. You get deducted points if you don't get it right. Then the tasting begins. The first round of tasting, they go around, they say what they taste, what they feel, what the wine is like, what do they picture. In doing so, they use their hidden words to give little hints to their co-conspirators. At the end of round 1, another Do You Know card is read, points deducted or given. This goes on for rounds 2 and 3. Now, at the end of round 2 and of round 3, there's a judging session. People nominate other people to be kicked out of the game. Now, that's done because people have conflicting agendas. They want to get rid of people who are out to attack them. You have judging marbles. Goes around the table. It's a blind vote. You put a black marble in for when you want to get rid of a person, and a white marble in for when you want to keep a person. Now, with round 4, we continue with the same cards. There's graduating difficulty levels of cards. We even have a sommelier extreme expansion, which is like uber difficult cards. In round 4, they taste the final wine. They decide which wine they like the best. Now, you have to know that some people are dishonest judges, so they might just select a wine that is horrible, but they want that wine to win because if they can get the right wine to win, then they get points. Honest, dishonest. Now, round 5, all the bottles are taken out of the bags and switched into other bags. And in that round, even if you've been kicked off, you're back for the final tasting. Now the task is to taste all 4 wines, figure out wine 1, the one you maybe liked, if it's bottle 4 now, or 2 is 3, and if you get all 4 right, then you get 10 points, and so on all the way down. So the total score is calculated by tallying all the various rounds, and then in the final round, you get an even bigger score, and you can catch up because you can get them all right. And the winner of the Judgment of St. Helena is crowned. It's really a lot of fun. I hope you buy it, and I hope you play it.